carry or anything like that, but it is a 3v3 as you mentioned. Slow goes down onto Element. T1 just saying, no, we're not going to fight it. In goes the Xin Zhao, and Element's going to get super low. Owner going in for the execute, but ends up giving up his life. As in goes Gumayusi, going to pick up a second kill as well for the side of T1. So he gets one under his belt as well.
And Faker's hiding.
Oh, man. If that charm hit, oh, it might not matter, though. The knockup comes in from the side of Keria, but not quite enough damage as Fate will flash away.
Led to a lot more. Guangdong, I think you're going to be happy that you only traded 1 for 2, and fight hasn't ceased yet, Valdez.
Yeah, Keen, he's looking for that engage. He's going to find Owner. Owner with no flash, but the Devour is there. The charm out to Element, and the damage comes through. Over a huge Moonlight Vigil onto the backside. Keria is behind enemy lines. He's going to have to flash the opposite way. And Guangdong Freaks will pick this up as Owner goes in and smites it away. What will he have to pay for it, though, as Keria's just going to slurp that up and says, see you later. But 2 of them from the side of T1 will go down. Faker also on the run here, but he should be fine with the Foxfire speed up. Even gets a little charm there onto Teddy, but man, what a crazy trade there in the river.
Charming his old teammate, gonna make it out alive, and yes, you get the Rift Herald, but you do give over a double to Teddy, and that's not a trade I'm sure that you really want to take, and it's Keen that sets up this fight beautifully. Spreads it out nicely. The charm means that Elam, even with his ultimate, is still going to take a lot of damage, but that clumped up Moonlight Vigil that Teddy is able to find coming up clutch here, and the audacity of T1 to say, oh no, we're just going to go in here. We're gonna get this, and then Keria with the heist the century, as everyone else is distracted. But as the dust settles, it's a courageous play from T1, sure, but even with the possible Herald, keep reiterating this, and it's a pick that does work into many a team comp. But it does again back in the question, when will teams go back to things they know work? And as I've said that's the curse.
Take a look at this. It actually comes through. Keen able to set up a kill onto the top side.
When patient, methodical play, the timing is right. Takes a while for the wave to come in.
Guma's in the front, and he's really just trying to bait them so hard.
Oh my god, they don't need a wave.
Yeah, they're just going to go in on this one. Not sure if they have the damage for this. Keria nearly dies. Cast does huge damage, and the Realm Warp is coming in! T1, did you make a mistake? Faker just going to land that charm. In goes Owner and just assassinates the Xin Zhao. Gives his life over for it, but now Teddy is in behind the Faker. Not going to be able to land that charm. Teddy with a really nice flash, able to get away from this one, and Guma is going to be the sacrifice. Another kill given over to Fate, as Faker should be able to take down Hoyt here alongside of Zeus, but Zeus is going to go down as well. Faker with his flash here. How can he get out of this one? Not looking too good for him. See how it goes, though. Teddy with the Cloud Soul is going to be able to snipe him down and pick up yet another kill. 6-0 and 2 now for Teddy.
And you could hear the disbelief in my voice as T1 waddled up to the turret and said, we're going to take it without a wave. And here we see why you don't do that. Giving up the Drake, fine, kind of whatever. But then Keen sets them up. And the last time around, T1 was getting corralled into the enemy jungle. They made it work. This time, not so much. Teddy with a huge ultimate, able to do so much damage. And then from this point onward, T1 has very limited turning potential available to them. Can't get the crucial pickouts. Everyone on Guangdong effectively still full health, and they can just take their time. Hoyt gonna get taken down in the end, but that's a sacrifice that he is very happy to take, as now Teddy is just monstrously fed. And T1, that was greedy, and they got punished for it.
They did. They finally did. A team called their bluff, and I
don't think that was the play from T1. I highly doubt that they're going to make another mistake, try and go that far forward again.
Oh boy. Keen, you got baited by the catfish. Sometimes you go fishing and you get pulled into the ocean. And T1, they're just on the run. They're like, okay, we'll just go over to our minions, buff them up. What are you going to do now? And Guangdong, they're behind them in the lane. They want to go in on this one, but Zeus has a really nice position, and into the back line they go. Huge knock-up! Keria gets the engage onto the Aphelios! And see you later, 6-2, or 6-0, I should say. as Keria is an engaged support on the Tahm Kench, and he is looking for more League of Legends. And T1, they navigated perfectly. Teddy maybe getting a little bit too close. Didn't expect the Tahm Kench engage angle.
Oh, yeah. Key thing here, of course, is that because Keria's out of vision, the actual notification for the Abyssal Dive shows up so late, and simultaneously Zeus fires a Shock Blast, so Teddy trying to kite that does get taken out, but they know he's there, right? This is not information that is unavailable to them, and Kwangdong, that's the one member that can't die.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to see Teddy's vision as well, but generally we don't do, you know, the team that loses the fight, we don't like to get them on the camera when they lose it, so makes sense as Keen is just dead. See you later. Owner going to scoop that one up here. That's a nice damage.
I think the damage will be fine.
Yeah, the damage is good, but yeah, we're gonna rely on some engages here from the side of your Tahm Kench, of course. As yeah, I mean, there's no Baron anymore, but just putting on pressure here before the Elder Drake is T1. They can rotate over to it. There is a decent amount of vision for Kwangdong Freaks in their own red buff jungle. But you got to get out of your base first to even really contest that objective.
And that's not happening, right? 2 inhibitors are down. T1 initially wanting to try and sync up those waves and maybe get themselves a third inhibitor, but honestly, 2 inhibitors should still be enough to guarantee yourself a free, leisurely walk towards that Elder Dragon, and once that is picked up, T1 says, thank you for taking 4 Drakes, Kwangdong. Really appreciate it. Now we're gonna use the Elder and end the game. Because at this point, if Zeus just hits a Shock Blast and he does have Elder, that is probably the end of anyone on Kwangdong's side. A lot of health being built here, but good luck, Teddy.
Oh boy.
Gotta do the damage of 5 members effectively here.
It's a good spot for Hoy to be to get that ward over the wall, but you can see the damage already onto this Elder. It is so low, and it is T1. Flash on in into the Q, immediate devour, and Teddy is just gone. Owner gonna take his life down. The Guardian Angel does come in, but Teddy immediately dies again. And Owner will just revive. There's no damage onto him. As now T1 with the teleport on in, we do have Faker going on, and he gets a kill, but he will have to pay for it with his life. Not gonna matter in the end. May finally give some kills over to Gumayusi as he finally gets excited in this game. And that's gonna do it, guys. Full ace going the way of T1 as they will take down yet another game.
Owner's like, I want a POG too! Come on, give me the votes, give me the points! And he played incredibly, but honestly, this T1 is looking
가자. 빨리 앞에 잡았어. 앞에 부활한다. 앞에 봐줘. 앞에 봐줘. 정면 좋아. 정면 좋아. 앞에 봐. 정면 이겨. 나 초식 있거든. 아래 쫓아감. 나 포티 태. 할게. 봇. 오케이. 나 이거 죽었다 근데. 돈이 없나? 오케이. 잡죠. 일로. 야, 잡았어. 다 높여. 왜 이렇게 안 죽냐 이거? 라이저 맞췄어. 아, 나이스. 보자. 알겠어? 네, 첫판 아니고 눈물겨운 희생 얼렁뚱땅이 이긴 거 같냐? 되게 조금 붕뜨긴 했다, 이 판은 성장 얘기만 잘 나오면 될 것 같아 까비?
Get the amount of focus Owner is putting on the bottom side. This is just picture perfect, should be first blood, as they will hand that over to Keria. No vision in the brushes. You're going for an engage when you have no prio. Pulling the wave right now. Very nicely done. So top lane going pretty well, right? They have vision here. This is going to roll all the way down the top lane. We had different ideas for how to have this hero's entrance, and Zeus from the top side. We'll see if they go for this big engage onto the enemy jungle as Owner goes down. Huge play comes in as Faker incredibly tanky for now. They don't quite have the damage to take him down as Zeus is going to pick up the Rift Herald out of all of that.
And not something to look at.
Oh, Keen gets dunked on. Zeus is just going to back, and yeah, there's a shoot down.
Yeah.
So you are going to go down. So Elam is at least. Doesn't have a Tom Kent this time around. Gonna have to Gale Force away as the Renato comes out and dunks on that one. But a huge Moonlight Vigil from Teddy again. Gives me flashbacks to game one.
Large is Guma.
He's in a lot of trouble, but pretty much perfect jumpers. Still not gonna matter too much. Looking for the takedown, but he will not find one. And he gets taken out a bit too far down the lane without a Tompkins, without a flash. Keen, he's gonna have to use it now if he's gonna go for it. There it is.
Oh boy.
Here comes the engage, and that back line doesn't have many flashes. The smite goes the way of Elam as well as Keen is gonna get the knockup on the Zeus, it looks like, as he's trying to run away. And in the fight here, Elam pretty low, but the Crescent Guard keeps him alive. Huge Moonlight Vigil again. As T1 are on the run, they are going to get nearly completely wiped out here. Keria has to flash away as Faker gets the taunt. Nice little turnaround, actually. Faker gonna pick up that kill. So at least they get the one thing, but Guangdong Freaks sweep them up on the fight. Where do we land after this? It was only the second Rift Herald, but now Guangdong looking for a little bit more. Owner in the wings. Bit of a 3-on-3, but with Galio nearby, could have turned into a little bit more. You can see T1 trying to bait it out a little bit. They even got Guma up here as well. As the ultimate will come in, and Elam, ooh, just barely going to avoid that. Those is, we are going to have Zeus going pretty hard in there onto Fate, and he is going to get punished big time. No vision in the river. As Keria a little bit caught here. It does not have flash, and the Solar Flare alongside of the Realm Warp will be enough to take down Renata Glass.
There's the rise value again.
Trying to be marked by Keria, but you got to be careful about that. The Solar Flare onto Zeus. Where's the follow-up? In goes Elam. Fate is trying to extend onto that as the ult goes into the back line, and that Malphite value gets in there. You can see now with no Jinx, there is not much damage here on the side of T1. Guangdong Freaks able to clean them up once again.
Oh, and they're continuing here. I don't know if they actually can get a lot done here. Keen's just tanking the turret. He doesn't care.
I mean, look at this. This is just ridiculous. The Malphite does not care about your turret.
Incredibly strong.
Yeah, and their comp loves to be ahead, right? You just get to do stuff like this. You deny vision, but they run straight into Renata. Not much of a turn there from T1 at this point in time, as Uzi taking a huge amount of damage. Zeus getting pretty low as well. The Gale Force used. Teddy is in the Cataclysm. Do they have the damage, though? A huge Hero's Entrance comes in from Faker, and now Teddy is down. As you see, the Realm Warp comes in, but the taunt is not going to hit Fate. And so the two of them do get out alive. Faker, he once more. Teleport is coming in. But they're not going to be able to take any other champions down.
Oh, a little bit of a step forward with one of your strongest teamfight elements gone. I think it's not necessary to go that deep. Teddy lives incredibly long, has gone for a much tankier build. BT second. With overheal, you do see that he almost stays alive, but in the end, enough damage available for T1 here. As, yeah, maybe we should see more Malphite, Val. This is just a suggestion, you know, just an idea, as he is able to force out the ultimate from Keria. And then this play from Teddy, especially without flash.
Yeah.
Little oversell.
Into Galio Jarvan.
Yeah.
That is a whoopsie.
Not necessary. And fortunately for Guangdong, that is the only price that they do have to pay. The taunt hits, but
Ryze is also pretty good, Chronicler. I really like that champion.
Guangdong are playing it well. Remember when we hated Ryze? When we were like,
yeah,
pick Ryze? Like,
I know.
Oh,
now it's so good.
Learned. Yeah. We and the teams collectively.
Yeah.
Because I do think that, you know, at the beginning, when it was prioritized, we didn't see this amount of play, and teams have just gotten so good at utilizing the Realm Warp.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Now, Infinity Edge finish for Teddy.
They spot Void here. Just going to hit him with a shield. A little bit of a troll maneuver there. T1, they gain a small foothold in this one. They have incredible Baron damage.
Oh, I don't know about this one.
but you're up against Rise, and you're up against an insane amount of engage. And grouping up against Malphite is not what you want.
Yeah.
I think T1, you have to get away from this one. The TP is coming in. Fate gets the flank. Keria already flashed. The solar flare is basically going to kill him. In goes Elam. There's the flank onto Guma Yusi. He is so low. The Baron even going to go the way of Kwangdong Freaks. T1 get desperate, and Kwangdong shut them down. Owner on the run here. He is going to be rooted eventually. Gonna go out with a bang, but a triple kill on the backside of it too goes the way of Fate.
And for the first time in the series, Kwangdong gained a definitive lead, actually finding themselves in a much better position as, I guess Keen dies in the 1v1, which is unfortunate. Oh, yeah.
Keen was like, what are you gonna do? And then Faker's like, nah, I'm just gonna kill you.
Yeah, Faker went for death caps. So
Yeah.
remember what I said about Galio not doing that much damage? Not true, doesn't matter, absolutely not!
Does not matter. Faker's gonna try to get in there, big taunt at the end of the day, and a big knockup, but your Nexus is open, and that is going to be game 2, going into the hands of the Kwangdong Freaks immediately.
징크스 올게, 징크스. 싸움 봐. 징크스. 뺐어. 나이스. 앞라인. 제이스. 야, 갈류 봐줄 수 있는 나 미드 뛸게. 형 그냥 따라가. 야, 나 이거 1대1로 나 지거든 이거? 똑박대?
아 괜찮아 따라가봐. 야 라인 끌고 가봐. 나 밑에 궁 찍어줄게.
갈만한데.
가자.
야, 끝났어. 와봐. 끝났어.
야 놀아 걔랑.
집만 끝나봐. 이거 끝났어. 라인 공 쏘자. 라이즈. 아파. 나 죽는다. 아이씨. 끊기지 마. 나 죽는다고.
나 보면 될게 이거.
아 알아서 하고 너는 야 우리 끝내가 볼게 이거.
나 근데 실제로 줘.
내가 나오는데 노궁이야.
그냥 아무 밍 하면 돼 그냥.
궁 쓰자.
타워 잘 쳐봐. 나 앞에서 막을게.
아래 거부터.
야 타워 넥서스.
타워만.
넥서스.
10초. 괜찮아. 10초.
야 3부터 보자.
야 죽이자 이거. 오 예.
나이스!
나이스.
Is that a good memory, fellas? Like, what are you getting at here?
It's just a memory. We get the big lockdown though onto Guma, the flash away, and Hoyt is gonna go down. First blood goes over to Guma, as they will turn it here onto Teddy as well. He will survive, and Elam is looking for the revenge. He will be able to, no! The knock away with the pull, and Guma will survive! Keria keeps him alive, and now red buff is onto the Jinx. Hoyt is here too. It is a 3-on-3. Keria still sticking around, but the damage is coming in. Owner jumps onto him. They're trying to burst down Elam. He does go down 1 for 1, but a lot of low health bars here on the side of Fate. As Hoyt will go low, and Faker will be gifted another kill. Picks it up.
I think that 15-0 is looking pretty good, Valdez.
Fate, he's gonna... Wait! He gets it down, but still, he will be taken out, and that gives a free lane here for Faker.
This game is a lot, Valdez.
I mean, we had game 1 and we had game 2, and now we have this. Teddy is going to survive for now. Guma going very deep for that one, gets excited. Keria stays alive. And not even the wind becomes lightning can get Keria on the...
Is about to get a 2K gold lead here.
Yeah. And maybe even some more kills. Rocket comes in, the Gale Force as well. Hoyt looking to turn it around, and he might just be able to. Well, I mean, he got the kill onto Keria, I guess. As Guma gets 2 more, and the knockback onto Elam gets kicked away, and Guma is the president. Everybody just trying to keep him safe. Can even Fate take him down? The leash is not enough, and the last auto will get him.
How's that build?
Uh-oh. Guma in a bit of trouble here. He is just going to skirt out of that one, I guess. As Zeus in a little bit of trouble. Trying to jump away, but the knockup comes in. He knocks away Elam now. As the gate not quite gonna help him get away. Zeus, it looks like he's still hunting for Keen, but you gotta be careful, buddy. Keen gonna get that one down as owner. The fact that you basically have no front line for T1, it's not really going to matter too much because you're so far ahead. Zeus is, he's going in here, 1v2. Got a little bit too far up the lane, and there is a pick onto the side of Kwangdong Freaks. Over the wall goes Keria. He just wants to party, and he will get his party. In goes Faker, and he's just going to get blown up 100-0. We do get to the back line here, does Owner. Going to force Fate away. This just feels like the wallets are extremely heavy. Huge kick comes in as well. As down will go Hoyt eventually. Zeus does take him out here. And Fate is going to get cleaned up by Owner too. Just picking them off like flies at this point. Trying to give the kill over to Guma, I think. And then Owner's like, nope. And from there, the game has basically been over. But how much farther can we take this one? In goes Hoyt, he's dead. But so is Faker. Faker has been tanking a lot of the damage. I feel like he's certainly enjoying himself in this game, you would have to imagine.
And overall, Owner 1 assist away from completely mirroring Guma's kill score, which is nice. That's neat, you know, that's a cool little thing. First ornament has come through, so the gold lead is now only, I want to say 8k? You know.
Yeah. Counts.
Does it count, Elvis?
It exists.
Does the math check out? I don't know.
The math says that it does. But you can see here, once again, Keria is basically just like, yeah, see enemy champion, engage on enemy champion.
Unfortunately, with the depth charge, Keen also condemning Hoyt to an unfortunate fate. And you see some remnants here of what this comp could have done, right? With a lot of heavy engage, a lot of tankiness, Fate looking in from the flanks, Teddy hitting with ultimates, but because of the ludicrous state of this game, we never ever, or we should never ever see any of those fights actually come to fruition, right? Because as you pointed out already, yeah, you might have 4 squishies and a Nautilus, but it doesn't actually mean anything when...
Yeah, it just doesn't
this
matter
far ahead.
anymore.
No, it doesn't at all. You can just force any fight, and as long as any of your damage dealers are alive, you're fine. Keria is literally the only one that can't like 1v5 a fight somehow.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Everyone else, if they stay alive, easy peasy.
Could definitely get that going. And T1 are going to get this Baron going. They say, well, we're super far ahead, 22 minutes in.
Okay, Alan. This is your moment.
You gotta get in there and steal, probably.
Get that bounty.
Can't see them turning this one, but Keen is going to attempt it. He knocks up Guma in the back, and Guma immediately goes down. Cleanse and Flash are both used. And this is the true test for T1. Can you win 4v5 from here? Big poke comes in, very nicely blocked by Hoyt, as Zeus is still looking for more. More Prey Seekers are coming in, but at the same time, you know, T1, they only lose one person. And not too much else. But at least Kwangdong are able to buy themselves some time.
They're holding on desperately. But the plot armor might be a little bit too much on this one, Valdez. Plot armor or the gold lead that we have talked about to death, because there's honestly not that much to talk about. This is as good as a fight as you're going to get. I actually love this from Kwangdong, and again, it shows the power of these team comps, and if the early game would have gone any other way, this is probably a game-winning fight for Kwangdong. This gets you Baron, right? You get the Fed Jinx, and then you can turn it into something, but they're so far behind that even fights like this, you need 4 more of those. And maybe then you'll get there. Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. T1 right now, they can kind of just get in onto this Cloud Soul. Pretty free for them. If they want to take it safe from here on out, because now you have Guma with no cleanse, no flash. So you do have to be a little bit careful. There still is an immense amount of CC on the side of Kwangdong Freaks. So, yeah, just take the safe objective. You know you're not going to be challenged on this one. Objective bounty. Gonna be given over to Fate. Get some extra gold up there on the top side. But yeah, the Cloud Soul is taken down here by T1. And they say, well, maybe a little bit early to go for the Baron try, but we're still extremely far ahead.
And T1 Siege, obviously, absolutely incredible, but they do need the decent vision control, right? Because as much as we joked about this game, And as bleak as it looks, as desperate as the Kwangdong freaks are clinging onto it, you do still need to respect the comp that they have to a certain extent. And although they are generally a full item behind, there are some, like Fate, that are on relative parity, right? Keen also not looking too bad, all things considered, as here we go.
Guma, no cleanse, no flash, but he does have the Gale Force. But take a look at that. The Nautilus goes down. In goes Hoyt, trying to create a bit more. Huge rocket into the back line. Hoyt is going to have to back away. Faker goes in, looking for more. Immediate knockup as the Moonlight Vigil cannot land. Faker will survive. Man, Kwangdong, I mean, gotta give them credit. They are staying in this game, and T1 are like, yeah, we'll just collect the win in this fight, right? No. We'll just take the Baron. No.
There's no way, right?
Surely not.
Right?
I'm not.
Kwangdong are very, very clearly not deciding to lose this game. And I don't think it should work, but do see. The exact issue that we talked about is that it's not actually a front line. You are exclusively squishy characters, and if they turn on you, if you don't play it out cleanly, you immediately die.
Yeah.
Faker forced to flash. If he doesn't, gets hit by the Moonlight Vigil and might die again. And the reality of the situation is, T1, you are still monstrously far ahead, but you do need to actually utilize your poke. You cannot try to fight 5v5 without it. But then the problem becomes, like, how are you going to do that without Kwangdong engaging on you? Because Kwangdong just every single time just ring the horn and call off the sunlight as Owner.
They spot him there in the brush. And now Owner might just go down. Huge amounts of damage, though, from Faker as Guma's trying to snipe him, too. Faker not quite able to get it. Owner nearly catches him on the backside. Meanwhile, Zeus is just chipping away at that bottom lane. Kwangdong, they do get a pick off here, but the damage is beginning to be shelled out by Faker as he's just gonna try to go for Teddy. He gets Teddy, and he will go down himself.
Look at bots.
Going really deep into this one is Guma, and the bot lane, as you mentioned, is being torn to shreds. Zeus gonna already take down the inhibitor, and now all of that engage has been used by the Kwangdong Freaks, and Guma gets a free ride.
And finally, T1 actually able to leverage. They said, okay, we had some fun, but if we don't want to 5v5, what do you do? Easiest thing in the world. You split push. And when you're this far ahead,
and poke.
And poke. Split push and poke. And that's what they do. After, again, multiple moments that are not the greatest. Wondering whether that was initially a ward clear from Owner.
Yeah.
I assume so.
Must have been.
Turned into a nice pick, but crucially here, is the backs don't actually come through as, yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, we have a Baron here as Fate is going to try to go for it. The damage a bit too high now. Nobody is grouped up on the side of Kwangdong, so T1 finally get that Baron. I mean, man, props to Kwangdong for making this an actual game, because I thought this was over at 20. Like, I thought we were going to be killing the Nexus at 23 minutes.
What if they didn't flip the early game as much as they did? Like, just imagine. I mean, I'm going to tell you what happened. T1 would play way more respectful, and this would not have been as close, quote unquote, as it has been here.
Yeah.
I don't think so, at least. As we've seen, as all of us have witnessed in solo queue, too big a lead can do weird things to a team.
Yeah.
But T1 obviously is 14-0 for a reason. They can just as easily pull it back together if they are in a bit of a nosedive. And while the gold graph in this one is going to look kind of funny, fact remains that the gold lead, even in those moments, didn't really dip below, like, what, 7k? Which is pretty good.
Maybe even not even that low.
I think it's 7 maybe at the worst part of it.
Perhaps.
But hey, ornaments are there.
Well, Faker is beginning to exist now. You know, you talked about you talked about spikes. He's got nearly an extra item on top of it.
It's just a different skin of Corky. He's back.
Oh no. Yeah, they don't have too much wave clear either. Teddy is going to get hit by 1W and has to back away to try to stop the onslaught. But I think we're just gonna make history tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's the only thing we're gonna be doing here. As T1, they'll take it slow, but the knockup will come in onto that backline. Keen is trying his hardest to keep this base alive, and Zeus is going to get extremely low, but nobody can touch Faker. Owner is still alive in the backside of this fight as well. And that's gonna do it. T1 will take down the Nexus and make history tonight with their 15th win in a row.
Wasn't enough, especially in the third game. They did make T1 work for it, and that's a lot more than a lot of our teams have been able to say.
It is huge. And let's see what they have to say, actually, in this moment. For now, just calling the tower, hit the towers. Let's fight. LeBlanc. Let's go. Felios. Go in, Kaisa. They're all saying, they were talking about, like, who hit the Nexus? And everybody was like, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. Wanting to get more kills. Nothing specific about, you know, the records that were set or anything like that. Nothing about the Kaisa, really.